Okay, the last section for factoring. You need to know how to factor to do the next chapter, which is chapter 9. And this is all you have to know what to do college algebra next year or calculus. Factoring is very important in algebra. So, review and multiple factoring. So now you're going to do multiple ways. Remember, we learned the 4 different ways. Now we're going to do multiple. So the first thing you're going to do is always check for the GCF. So I'm going to take out an A. Everybody see that there's an A in common with both of them? 9y squared minus 4. So I did 1. You're going to do multiple factoring today. So I did that 1 where you can take out the GCF. And now I recognize that this one's a different one. So I'm going to do at least 2 of them in every problem. This is going to be 3y. This is going to be 3y. This is going to be a 2. This is going to be a 2. And this is a plus. And this is a minus. And you are done. Most of them, you're going to be taking out the GCF on most of them. Notice that they have in common with each other, GCF, a negative, they all have a negative, they all have a 2, and they all each have an x squared in common. So that's called the GCF, a negative 2x squared. I'm going to have left on this one an x squared, a positive 6x, and a positive 9. So I took out the GCF, and that's what I have left. But this is more than one type of factoring, so I'm going to put 2 sets of parentheses. This needs to be an x squared, so I know that this needs to be an x, and this needs to be an x. I need to come up with factors of 9 that will give us 6 in the middle, and that's a positive 3 and a positive 3. So we're just the last day of factoring. We're combining the GCF and one of those other ones. This one doesn't have a GCF, but this one is x squared minus 4 and x squared plus 4. Remember, this is 2 perfect squares on either side. So that's one method, but remember, today's lesson is 2 methods. So remember that if this is a perfect square and this is a perfect square and there's a minus sign, you can break it up again. So I'm going to break it up again. I'm going to put an x here and an x here and a plus 2 here and a minus 2 here. Remember that this is a perfect and this is a perfect, but that's a plus sign. You cannot break that up. You have to leave it x squared plus 4. So I did do it twice. I had to do the difference of a square twice. Okay, this one, they all have a 2 in common. Okay, once I take out the 2, I'm going to try to see if I can factor it. 2x squared, I'm going to put a 2x and a 1x. I know that that makes 2x squared. Factors of 9 are 3 and 3. And that does not make 6, it makes 9, so that doesn't work. I'm going to try the 9 and the 1, and that's too big. I guess this one is the only one where I thought there was going to be 2, but that's why you have to check it. The only thing I did was take out the GCF, so that one does not have a double. And then we have one more. So sometimes you can't do double. Sometimes you just have to take out the GCF. This one, they have a 3 in common. You know what? You're not going to learn this one. I'm not going to do this one. Let's make it 3x to the second minus 24x minus 27. Let's do that one instead. They all have a 3 in common. X squared minus 8x minus 9. So I took out the GCF, which was 3. I'm going to put 2 sets of parentheses, an x and an x. Factors of a negative 9 are a negative 9 and a positive 1. That will give us a negative 8. So I took out the GCF out first, and then I factored again. And that's it. So this is just a multiple of everything that we've learned. And then in number 4, remember, sometimes that's all you can do. They're going to maybe try to trick you. All you can do is take the 2 out. I tried to make the 2x squared plus 7x plus 9 factor, but it couldn't.